Opinions of 102.5 The Bone. Enjoy.
He's sports fan.
It's the moment of truth
With Ruth.
on 102.5 The Bone.
40 seconds. Thirty seconds. 25. 20. 15. All right, stand by. Hot mic.
Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. It's your girl Ruth here for the Moment of Truth from Truth Media on 102.5 The Bone, back live in the studio on this lovely Sunday morning. I want to know, how have you guys been keeping cool? This heat index has been on a whole nother level this past week. And let me tell you, being at training camp for the Rowdies and for the Tampa Bay BUCS, I just have so much respect for these athletes to be out there in triple-digit weather. I mean, it's not even just the heat, but it's also the humidity. It's intense. You could just see the sweat, like buckets of sweat falling off these players. So very, very lots of respect for these players. So we got to talk about the Tampa Bay Rowdies last night. They had a dominant win over the Monterey Bay team. They won 4-1 despite Bay having a pretty good start and scoring first. So we're going to talk a little bit about that game. And then obviously the NFL is back, ladies and gentlemen. Football is here. Preseason has kicked off this week, starting with the game with the Patriots. And of course, the BUCS played on Friday night. We got to talk about the performance. I want to know what you guys saw, because I was sitting in the press box and I saw a lot, and not all of it was great. So we're going to talk about that on the show. Welcome to the Moment of Truth.
Cold mics. 102.5 The Bone. All right, hold on 1 second. He's good.
All right, we got James.
Yep.
Good morning, everybody.
Yep.
Give
So
it up for Miss
the
Do It.
intros are around 1 minute long.
Okay.
So, and then I usually give her the wrap
Get
up
'em
after
down.
a minute so that we won't be doing a 5-minute intro.
Okay.
This is
In the beginning, we
got
kind
the
of did that a
haters
few
respect.
times. But we tightened it up. 1 minute. So I give a lot of time cues, minute 45, 30, 15, you know, and all that good jazz.
Are we taking off my mic so they can hear him?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can do that. So what she likes is that you have to, like when the caller begins to chat, I kill her mic because people can listen to the phone call.
Oh yeah.
So
Jeez,
if you want to see how I do that.
Okay. Yeah, I could go over there.
All right, 30 seconds. Moment of truth.
Send me your questions. Show me some comments. What you guys want to hear today? Thanks for checking out the live,
20
everybody.
Get ready. Ten seconds. Stand by. Hot mic.
Packed house at the Al Lang Stadium last night for the Rowdies game. They played Monterey Bay and won 4-1, and it was a really, really heated match. Got a little chippy out there on the field, but that's the greatest thing about professional sports. I got a caller in today. We got James Knowles live on the phone line with me today to talk about the Rowdies and their expectations as they're heading for their 5th appearance in the playoff. James, how are you doing today? Yes, 4-1. It was pretty dominant, especially after the second half. Can you let us know a little bit about what you saw overall in last night's match?
Yeah, when we did the post-game press conference, the coaches highlighted how they kind of wanted to use the width of their home field to make Monterey Bay do a lot of running back and forth and ultimately tire them out. I think that pretty much worked to plan, because it really just meant that in the second half, every attack that the Rowdies tried to create kind of turned into something, whether it turned into a good chance or, a blocked shot. ultimately they did get something out of it, and it was it really opened up in the second half, as you can tell by the scoreline, of course. But there were a couple of different possibilities in terms of the outcome there. I think that the Rowdies really did a good job to make sure that they were clinical in a lot of their finishing and put Monterey Bay to bed, essentially, before they could really come back and challenge anything.
So last week's game, the week prior, they had a disappointing loss on the road. What did you see in the difference of their offense that made them have so much success in last night's game?
Yeah, this was also something they highlighted in the postgame, was that, when they were traveling to Pittsburgh, they ended up playing on a smaller field. It has a lot less width to it, and it's on turf, so it does complicate the way that they would usually try to play the game, and I think that was definitely on display. And unfortunately, there are obviously a lot of injuries going on with the team too, so all of those factors come in to create what was ultimately that disappointing performance. This week, though, with that they have at home, they were able to stretch the field the way that they want. You can really see that, I think, especially with the right wing back Connor Antley. Connor Antley was able to create so many chances in this game last night against Monterey Bay. He had multiple crosses that turned into very good chances. He had 2 shots of his own, one of which was blocked, one of which he nearly scored. And I think that 10th or 15th minute, it was a very good chance that could have put us ahead before Monterey Bay actually went ahead themselves. And it was just a very good play from him all night, I think, really to create all of these different opportunities. And the times that he wasn't creating something himself, it was the players who usually were trying to set him up down the wing who were actually interplaying with him to get chances off themselves. So we saw a couple of good crosses from Jordan Doherty as well, who usually plays in the center and kind of gets the ball out to one wing or the other. But he was involved himself on getting those crosses in. So I liked the ability for them to kind of switch up their point of attack and put Monterey Bay kind of keep them guessing as to who was going to get that final ball.
Great performance offensively by the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Now, I know that Nicky Law is not a stranger to the organization, but he is new as the new head coach going into his 3rd week. What have you seen from Nicky Law and his coaching style that's going to help elevate the Rowdies?
Honestly, what I have seen from Nicky Law that's going to help us out the most is just continuity. As you said, he is pretty familiar with the team. He did play with them under Neil Collins, the recently left head coach. So if you can kind of keep them on the same track, I think that's the best possible option to finish out a season when you join up midway through. You don't want to join up and then start a team playing a whole new style, because that's just usually a new style takes, a while to fit onto the team and get the players into the right positions for it. If you can keep them doing the same stuff that they were previously, then everybody kind of already knows their job, and you just have to make sure that if it needs a little bit of tweaking here and there, like you need to attack a certain player on the opposition team for a certain week, then you can do that. But everybody generally keeps the same tactical output from one week to the next, and I think that is really helping the team out overall. Is Nicky Law can do that, as he has, I think, so far. And I think that really helps us out in terms of trying to make the playoffs, in terms of then doing well in the playoffs. And that's really what I want to see more than anything, is just everybody stay on the same level, stay where you are, and if you can, of course, stay healthy, because that's where our biggest weakness is right now.
The injury lists have been piling up for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. What are some key players, some star players that are out with injury that you think could be the huge difference maker going into this year's playoffs?
Yeah, so at the moment, obviously, we're missing Leo Fernandez and Lewis Hilton long term. I think that those two are probably going to be missing for the rest of the season, unfortunately. And, that was the case from pretty early on in the season. But if you look down the roster, there are also some key players who might return a lot sooner. So last night, the coach, Nicky Law, said that some of the players missing that could come back relatively soon are Dayon Harris, who plays on the wing, and Sebastian Dalgard, who also plays on the wing. That is going to help us out a lot, because at this point, we don't have a lot of depth in those wing spots. So Jake Arman has been playing at the left wing back spot. Connor Antley, previously mentioned, he is playing at the right wing back spot, and they've been doing very well. But if we need to switch things up for any reason at all, then suddenly that creates an issue, and that would obviously put us in a little bit of a hard spot. Now, additionally, we kind of have to sit in the positions that we are right now. The starting lineup kind of picks itself just based on who is available and who is fit right now. If we had more of those wing options like Harris and Dalgard, then we might actually be able to switch things up if we need to get a little bit of a different shape versus an opposition team that that might suit us for a little bit better. Additionally, last night, Abel Caputo, a recent signing, right after Mickey Law was brought in, actually, he was supposed to start this game, and it turns out that he did not start it because he had an injury that was picked up pretty much the day of the game itself. So with him out for that game, we kind of switched up the starting 11, and that's how we essentially picked it up. But if the team is allowed to, if he can come back and we can play in a different lineup that includes him, then that does give us just that little bit more flexibility as well. And flexibility is really important when you're dealing with the heat that everybody is dealing with as well. So, those are all players that I'm looking forward to coming back, hopefully relatively soon.
So I've been to practice twice this week for the Rowdies. Shout out to the organization for giving me the opportunity to be sidelined to watch them train. And I've been seeing Leo at practice every time that I've been there. He's out on the pitch. Not necessarily on the pitch, but he's on the grass. He's training. He's doing some ball work as well. So it's starting to look a little bit positive for that injury, but it was an Achilles injury, and they're not expecting him to return at all this season. But hey, he might pull a Steven Stamkos and come in during a playoff game and score a goal and just do it quick and be out. But that's not high expectations for Leo. But he is one of the star players that has been missing for the Rowdies, unfortunately, with an Achilles injury. Moving forward, we're going on to the road for the next 2 weeks, taking on Tulsa and Miami. What is going to help with their momentum to carry from last night's game onto the road, because they have struggled in away games?
Yeah, unfortunately, that has been a bit of a problem this year, and I think that our record at home isn't quite good enough to where we can, just kind of forget about the away game. So when we're going to play Tulsa next Friday, and then Miami the Saturday following that, the week following, then those are going to be very important games. Now, with Tulsa and Miami, we are playing teams that are lower in the standings, so I'm hopeful in those ones that we should be able to get some points off of them and continue to march our way up the standings as well. If we can continue to play, I think the way that we played last night, then obviously that's going to be helpful because we had a very good game, but that's going to depend on a lot of things. There's the ability to train every week. Apparently they have been cutting back training just because of the heat. They don't want to get any more players injured. Obviously that's understandable considering what we've already talked about, but in addition to that, if they can get a couple players back, then that will allow us to kind of build on the success that we have here. Now, I think that it does kind of talk to what we were mentioning earlier with the width of the fields that they ultimately can play on. If it is a smaller field in Tulsa or a smaller field in Miami, that that's going to impact things with our lineup. If we need to change things up, then having those extra players come back will allow us to possibly play with 4 at the back instead of 5 like we did last night. The 5 at the back where we have our wing backs, that kind of allow, that's the way that the Rowdies have
What's
played
up, Ollie?
a lot over the last couple of years under Neil Collins. But it is, a little bit different when the field doesn't really allow for us to get into that shape. So,
I have one last question.
I would like to see us hopefully get the
Please.
formational flexibility where we can go to 4 at the back, and then we actually have out wingers instead of defensive wingers, and play in the wing back position with Arman and Connor Antley. If we can get more players to play kind of up on the left and up on the right instead of more defensive, and that will give us a bit more of an opportunity to get in behind Tulsa, where I think that they will probably have a little bit more struggles based defensive side. And then Miami, I think that, in all honesty, with that team on the road, we should be looking to get all.
Fans need to be more aware of the Tampa Bay Rowdies and the excitement of these games at Al Lang Stadium. Please go check them out when they come back to play at home. I would definitely recommend bring your families. Great environment. It is a little hot out there, but it is an exciting game, action-packed, and a lot of offense when it comes to the Rowdies. James, thank you so much from RBLR Sports. Go ahead and plug in your social medias or where people can find your content. Thank you so much, James. And it was awesome meeting you last night during the press conference for the head coach and a few players. Appreciate you taking the time this Sunday morning to join me on The Moment of Truth. You have a great night. All right, everyone. That was James Knowles from RBLR Sports. Please check out their content. They cover all professional sports here in the Tampa Bay area. We're going to take a quick break, and when we get back, we got to jump into this BUCS preseason game. They lost to the Steelers 27-17, but we're going to break things down right here on The Moment of Truth.
Cool. So
Is that Snake? That's Snake's song?
Yep.
Oh. I told him I wasn't going to play it until later, but it's okay. Are we going to play it?
First commercial break. That is the first commercial break.
Oh, well, when we come back from commercial.
Oh, I can.
You play it again? Okay.
Yeah. So I usually play like 20-30 because sometimes,
And then you go to the.
sometimes Ruth gets into it and then she'll begin dancing and singing to it. So I'm like, that's cool. I like it. It's good stuff. And then I just.
Nice.
That's
Made
it.
it. That's cool. Okay, cool. Excellent.
So, and also what I wanted to show you is that when he was on the phone,
Yeah.
I don't have him at nominal because they like to blast this phone.
Do they?
apparently.
So it's really so you go under.
So I
Okay.
usually go around 18
Okay, that makes sense.
because like a lot of the stuff, like he was peaking in the red.
It's almost
so
like they overmodulated. on
they
purpose.
do. That's why I drop it down so that it won't sound ridiculous.
Cool.
All right.
So we'll replay that out of the break.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do that. That is fine. So when can we hang out again? It's been 3 weeks. I'm jonesing.
He's ruthless. You like that? I might have time Thursday. Let's see. We gotta talk about your graduation.
Yourself, Isaiah, right?
Huh?
You have a lot of.
Yeah, you're a busy guy. It's not
No,
just me.
Not this week.
Not just me.
actually. Last few weeks.
What's everyone up to this Sunday morning?
Let's see. What do I have planned?
Appreciate you guys checking out the live.
I mean, I'm pretty much open Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday.
Nice.
How you doing?
So-
Thanks for tuning in. Ready, Shemetti?
Yeah, we can do Thursday.
We can do Thursday.
Yeah.
Cool. Thursday when you get off, like 4:35ish.
Well, actually, not even that. I do overnight Thursday. Wednesday nights. Well, just this Thursday. Just this Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
So Thursday.
Hey, Cody.
I'm
Where's
up-
that sexy chocolate? Cody's in here.
Cody's sexy.
I had to.
Yeah.
Playing in traffic, eating sexy chocolate.
Well, that's what makes it sexy is that you're playing in traffic.
Mm.
It's an inside joke.
Funny.
It's a,
Yeah. Who doesn't want Cody's sexy chocolate?
Cody Isaiah's missing your sexy chocolate.
Make sure to say that on air.
Hashtag no homo.
Cody said LOL.
They got 2.5 minutes.
What does an overnight look like at HSN? Is it similar to our overnights? When we
Oh, no,
said-
no, no. Well, I do overnight updates. I just
Oh.
update computers. That's
Okay.
all I do.
So how long are you there?
I'm there for like 5 hours. So the
Okay.
cool thing is that they double down on me.
Oh,
So
Nice.
I get paid for the whole
ooh,
thing.
nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even if you have type 2 diabetes or overweight or have high blood pressure, turn
Just as long as you get your stuff done and be available if they need you back, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually you're set after, 6-7 hours. But yeah.
Thanks for listening, David.
It's not bad.
Blue will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-555-1509. Big Blue will answer your call and work to
But yes, I've missed like hanging out with you, and
Remember, Big Blue.
let me tell you, after the party, people had questions. That was funny. I was like,
About what?
I'm like, you guys, my friends. No, just like they're like, you're so lucky. I'm like, oh my gosh.
All right, I got my Sports Illustrated friend calling in right now,
Okay.
but I'm not bringing him in until after.
Wanted to pop no.
For you to become a victim. LifeLock alerts you to threats you could miss.
Yep. Hold on 1 second. Yep, he's on.
All right, cool.
Specialist for work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions, but everyone can save 25% off their first year with promo code
Yep.
LINK.
And my friends
Is-
are wondering what next cool dinner place are we gonna hang out next? Apparently that's became a hot commodity, apparently. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, like every week,
Is it possible for you to clip just that first segment and email it to me whenever we're done? I mean, I want the whole show, but if
Yeah.
you could also just clip that first segment so I
Yeah.
could send it to
Safe
James.
selection, right?
Yep.
Safe
He wants to play it on his podcast.
There you go. Popular.
Yeah.
You ready?
Showtime,
We got 30
baby.
seconds.
We got Caleb
Here we got
from Sports
Sinead coming up.
Illustrated.
Let's
Sinead,
see
your
it.
song's about to come on, Sinead.
All right, so let's get ready.
60 or older, you may be at increased risk of
15.
hospitalization from RSV, respiratory syncytial virus, compared to adults younger
Ooh,
than
ooh.
60.
You guys got to go check out my boy Sinead's music. It's fire. I'm about to play it right now.
So
And Isaiah's going to crank it up so they can hear it.
I can.
Crank it up.
Yep, hold on.
Crank it up.
2.5 the book.
Woo! Yeah, baby.
Being a better man, got precision to see in advance. That's where I'm known, cause
There you
it's part of
go.
the plan. Take that with a grain of sand. Yeah, it's in hot man. Yeah, it's in hot man. Hot man. Yeah, it's in hot man.
Vibrating the
I got
table.
precision to being a better man, got precision
This
to
is
see
my
in
boy
advance.
Snake. Guys,
That's
go
where I'm
check
known,
him out.
cause it's part of the plan. Take that with a grain of sand.
Yeah, it's in hot man. Yeah, it's in hot man.
Yeah, it's in hot man. Hot man. Switching for salt. I got the keys to the vault. Fix someone settle at the wall. Don't worry, no, I ain't rose up. Yeah, the information I be getting, I feel like a boss. It's my dream, do whatever the cost. So take up a loss, take it off the chain with a win. Yeah, I'ma do it. I got the motivation, I'm through it. Brain power so heavy, I use it. Give me a prop, I'm turning the music. My screws tight, no, no, they ain't losing. Through the city, I'ma hit the gritty. Got the homies with no kiss. Try to grow my business. It is what it is.
Woo! Had to drop that hot beat from my boy Snake from Radiant Church. He is a local hip hop artist, rapper, whatever you'd like to call him. He has some great music, so go check him out. Snate, SHNATE, on YouTube, on all social media platforms. Check out his music. He has a new song that is going to be dropping on August 18th that he's been working real hard on, and he's been showing little clips of it on social media, and it sounds great. All right, well, this is a sports show, so let's get back into talking some sports. First preseason game for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not exactly what we wanted to see, but kind of was the expectations because we have a lot of new rookies, a lot of new starters. There wasn't many starters playing. Mike Evans didn't play. Chris Godwin didn't play. Vita Vea didn't play. Devin White didn't play. The list goes on and on. This was the time to see the unrestricted free agents, the new signings, all the rookies, and we saw them on full display. They ended up losing that game 27-17 to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who played 4 different quarterbacks. So I'm bringing in my friend Caleb Skinner from Sports Illustrated. He writes for BUCS Game Day, doing a lot of things with FSU as well. Caleb, I got to ask you before we jump into this BUCS conversation, are you going to be at the LSU FSU game? I believe that is happening in Orlando in the next coming weeks. Halloween Horror Nights over Halloween Horror Nights over FSU and LSU? Dude, what? Your priorities are all messed up, if I'm telling the truth right now. I'm going to try to be at that LSU FSU game because my sister went to FSU, so we are a Knowles family, and that is going to be just a great game. So I would definitely take over. I would take football over a Halloween Horror Nights any day. But I understand, hey, everybody has different priorities, so no judgment there. Caleb, let's dig right into this preseason game. I saw you in the press box with your shorts and t-shirts, looking like you were at training camp. But hey, it was preseason, so I'll give you that. What did you see from Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask specifically? Let's break down this quarterback competition that has been heating up in the last few weeks. What did you see from Baker, and how do you think Kyle has improved from previous years?
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest storyline, right? That's what everybody's paying attention to. I mean, in Tampa Bay and across the country as well, is what the Buccaneers are going to do at the quarterback position. And obviously, it's, very blatantly obvious that it comes down to Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield. Up to this point, you've been at training camp, Ruth. So you've seen, Trask who's, somewhat looked a little bit, more poised and composed at the quarterback position at camp, as opposed to Baker Mayfield, who, was racking up those interceptions before Trask started getting involved with throwing picks of their own later leading up to the first preseason game. But, looking at, their game one, obviously Baker Mayfield got the start there in game one. Kyle Trask is going to get the start in preseason game two. But looking at it, Baker only completed one pass, was very in control of the offense, getting called. Dave Canales, new offensive coordinator, calling a lot of rollouts for him, which is good to get Baker on the move. He seems to be a little bit more accurate when he does that. Only completing one pass, which is huge, and having a quarterback rating of 132.9 and throwing that beautiful pass to Trey Palmer was great as well. And then after Mayfield got his 4 series under his belt, of course, Trask comes in, completed his first pass to David Moore for about 22, 23 yards, was a really good start. And then he threw a pretty ugly interception where the guy looked like he could have been double covered and the safety coming up or underneath to, pick him off. Other than that, Trask is working with the 2s and the 3s as opposed to Mayfield working with the 1s and 2s, even though a lot of the 1s were held out. So, you can take it for what it's worth there with Kyle's interception. But Kyle did, look like he normally does. He looked like he's getting more comfortable in the offense. And then looking back to, he's been here, this is his 3rd year now, which has kind of been his MO throughout his career as he sits for a little bit, waits, and then, eventually gets to pick it up and becomes the guy. That's kind of where we are now with Kyle. Is he going to be able to take those reins and be able to do that? The past few seasons, or the past couple seasons with Kyle, it's kind of been hit or miss. He hasn't even really looked comfortable being an NFL quarterback, hasn't looked up to the game, very inaccurate with his passes and overthrows and underthrows. But he looks way more comfortable now. Maybe that's with, Brady being gone. Who really knows? Maybe, he realizes he has this chance in front of him and is, kind of focusing in a little bit more. But overall, I mean, the battle to me seems still pretty tight. It's going to be interesting to see how it unfolds throughout camp. If I were to give, a nod to somebody, it probably would be Mayfield. Just right now, just off his in-game performance alone so far.
Yeah, with Baker, he has more NFL experience, but Kyle Trask did have the opportunity to sit behind Tom Brady for 2 seasons. And we talked to Ryan Jensen during training camp. Even Mike Evans has said something about it, Chris Godwin as well, saying that Kyle has definitely improved in his confidence in the huddle, and he's just more he has a little more oomph when he approaches the team and he has the game plan. He's not really fumbling over his words like he was before, but he did throw that interception that was kind of costly during that BUCS game, during that preseason game on Friday night. But that wasn't really the headline for the game specifically. 12 penalties for 127 yards. That's really what was killing the Tampa Bay Bucks that Friday night. Can you just talk about the mess of that offensive line right now? Because Luke Gedeke at right tackle, we have Tristan Wirth over at left tackle. They had problems with formations, just looking really sloppy. What can you say about the work that needs to be done on that offensive line specifically?
Yeah, well, let's just start with penalties first and foremost. That is not, you can't have that. Ultimately, you know, in the NFL, you cannot have over 100 plus yards of penalties. It's just going to kill you, and you can't get anything going. We saw a lot of that happen last year. But, you know, first and foremost, early on in the game, those penalties were more, you know, these young receivers trying to get in position, also while still trying to learn new installs and new plays and everything on an offense with a new offensive coordinator and Dave Now coming in. So that's to be expected, right? But then you look at other things such as the holdings and, you know, things of that nature. It just doesn't bode well for what the offensive line is trying to do, and that's where it's pretty much all coming from. And Dave Canales has kind of kept his starting offensive line. His starting offensive line is not really shuffling guys around, just to kind of keep it, you know, cohesive across the board, and so they can learn and build along each other. But yes, to your point, Bruce, moving Tristan Wirth over to left tackle, having Luke stay at right, is creating kind of a problem. Not only that, you know, Luke Gedeke had huge issues on the right tackle, couldn't really block anybody that was trying to get back there. You saw that very evident when Kyle Trask was back at the quarterback spot, where he was sacked about 3 or 4 times. So that's tough working there. And then also rookie Cody Mock, who is coming in as a guard. He struggled as well. The offensive line as a whole struggled to open up very many holes for the running backs. If you look at that, they only had 66 yards rushing for an average of 2.5 yards per carry, which is very reminiscent of what we saw last year, albeit that is without the bell cow now and Rashad White. The Case Edmonds looked good there a little bit, if he could get anything going, and all those were being brought back. Any good runs that he had were being brought back by those penalties that you're speaking about. So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done on that offensive line. I just don't know how to fix it. If you could move Tristan back to right, you know, you could try that out. And I mean, honestly, we don't know when Jensen's coming back, because he will be your starter at center. And then maybe you can think about moving things around, but something's going to have to be done, because you can't, you know, go into an NFL regular season with an offensive line that can't block for the run or for the pass.
I'm not going to lie. I don't believe Ryan Jensen is going to be back anytime soon. We haven't even seen him play on 11-11s during training camp. And there's been rumors going around saying that Ryan Jensen might have to reevaluate that knee and could possibly have to go for surgery. That's what's been talked about in the press box. So I'm not really sold on Ryan Jensen being able to return. I really believe that he probably shouldn't have played last season's last playoff game against the Dallas Cowboys, even though he said to the media that playing in that game had nothing to do with making his injury worse or re-aggravating that knee. But I don't really believe that 100%. Obviously, they don't want to kind of admit to making a mistake in that sense, because Ryan definitely wanted to play that game, because it was, of course, going to be Tom Brady's last game. But I don't believe Ryan Jensen is going to be back anytime soon, and it's pretty. It's not a good situation. We got Robert Hansey, we got Nick Leverett, who are veterans and have the experience, but Ryan Jensen is definitely that difference maker when it comes to the center position for the Tampa Bay Bucks. All right, so they're going to be going on to have some joint practices against the New York Jets. And then they're going to be playing the Jets for their second preseason game in New York. And then they're going to return and play against Baltimore to finish out preseason. Do you think the Bucks can get any wins in preseason before the regular season starts?
I mean, it's definitely possible. But, I mean, overall, they only lost by 10 points this last game. So, I mean, that's with the way that the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks were playing. They were playing pretty well, maybe outside of, you know, Mr. Trubisky. But you only saw Kenny Pickett for a little bit, and so, I mean, you go to see who they're going to face in the upcoming matchups. The Jets most likely aren't really going to play Aaron Rodgers, and if they do, maybe one series at that. And then, you know, you have Zach Wilson, who possibly, you know, you can throw some things there on defense to rattle him up and see what he can do. And then the Ravens, in the last preseason game before the regular season, I highly doubt that they're going to play Lamar Jackson. So there's winnable games there in preseason, but at the end of the day, it is preseason. It's time to give these younger guys, some chances to earn a roster spot, or not. If they don't earn that roster spot, maybe give some other NFL teams, some looks to see, hey, maybe we bring this guy in and he can, fill a roster spot on our team or join our practice squad, or so be it. And that's what the Buccaneers and the head coaching staff has kind of laid out. We're giving these young guys their run because, as we've seen, they've got a deep wide receiver core. I mean, you see guys like Trey Palmer, who just came in, looked amazing on Friday night. Guy like Raheem Jarrett, who went undrafted out of the University of Maryland, a 5-star wide receiver out of high school, very deep as well. If he comes back and is healthy, we'll start to see him get in there and make plays as well. So they're giving these younger guys that were on the team last year, that opportunity. And with opportunity, you can see success at the same time. So hopefully that will translate a little bit and get a win. But ultimately, these games don't count. But, hopefully for Bucs fans that are, going to make it out to the Ravens game, maybe they'll be able to see a win before the regular season. That would be huge. Or, being on Hard Knocks. The Jets are on Hard Knocks.
Yeah. Reporter and writer for Bucks Game Day, powered by Sports Illustrated under Fan Nation. Thank you so much for joining me, Caleb. You enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and hopefully I will see you at Radiant at some point. You enjoy the rest of your day. Are you going to be at practice today by chance? Are you going to? All right, so I'll see you at 1 o'clock then. Thank you so much for joining me on the show. So that was Caleb's moment of truth, giving us the truth on the Bucks in their first preseason game. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we got to talk to Isaiah, everyone. Isaiah went to go see Barbie, and we need to figure out why. So check this out right here on the Moment of Truth. We need to hear a better explanation.
Do your film review, Isaiah.
Film review.
No, I saw Sound of Freedom like 3 times already.
Really?
In the theater?
That many? Holy cow.
Wow.
Because it's good.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
Really,
I saw it
good.
too. I'm so proud of myself that I didn't break down crying, but there was a couple times where I was like, my eyes were watering up.
Extreme, yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely, yeah.
It's one of those movies that just really tug at your heartstrings
It's
because
a
you
roller
know
coaster.
because you know it's not a movie, you know it's the truth.
It's real.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It's like it's all based off a true story. It's really happening.
And
like
it's appalling. Oh my God.
God's children are not for sale.
Exactly. Bingo.
Yeah.
That is yeah, it'd be tough for me to watch.
It is tough to watch, but you know what? It opens your eyes.
Yeah.
To how sick these people are. Everybody needs some Jesus.
Yeah, how many people showed up for that event that you did?
Which event?
The
Young Sharks event?
The movie event. Because you said that you and the Radiant, we all...
Oh, there was only a group of 3 of us. Yeah, no.
I thought it was like 100 people.
No. It was just 3 of us that went to go see it. We didn't really announce it to the whole group.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people already went and saw it.
Yeah, I already saw it, but
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I don't want to see it again.
Yeah.
Well, over at Studio Movie Grill, it's $5 for Tuesday tickets. That's
Oh,
why I
okay.
did that.
And it's similar at AMC.
Yeah.
They do have the $5.
Yeah,
I
but
don't like that.
I like Studio Movie Grill because I like the food.
Because you get to eat. Absolutely.
Yes.
Not just the silly popcorn either.
No.
Although, let's be honest, it's there's something nostalgic, a little
About the popcorn, yeah.
massive Coke in the cup
Yeah.
holder.
I caved. I went in there with snacks, but I went in there with snacks and had my little teas with me,
Nice.
but I still caved and went to go get food, and I got popcorn and one of those
or
big
popcorn. Those are the 2.
yeah, popcorn and a slushie. Those slushies are really
nice.
good. I got the extra large slushie, the blue one,
Just that.
but it was like $18 just for those 2 items. I'm
Good
like,
Lord.
what
Yeah,
the
they
heck?
nickel and dime you with that.
Yeah, but the movie ticket was only like $8, so I'm like, it kind of evened out. Yeah, kind of evened out.
Yeah, and if you want to bring Eric on, Eric, you can as well.
Up to you.
Eric, you want to say hi?
I can say hi.
Yeah,
For
Eric
like
wants to
2
say hi.
minutes.
Your inaugural time here at 102.5.
Technically, well, because I do traffic. I don't know if Isaiah told you.
Yeah.
I've been
Oh,
doing-
that's
for
where I've
all-
heard.
yeah, for
Yeah,
all
your
6
voice
days.
sounds familiar.
So it's pretty, so it's pretty, but yeah, I actually haven't cracked my voice for the bone. So there's a crack the mic for the bone. So that'll be nice.
Lathan Warlick. I don't even know who that is. I need to write that down. He's a Christian rapper? Oh, yes. Thank you for putting me on. I'm always looking for new Christian hip hop rappers.
Yep.
Where's my pencil? All right. His name is Lathan Warlick. I gotta look this up.
Hi, this is
Nathan.
Steve Herb. I'm happy to report.
Oh, no, Lathan.
Inventory is increasing every day, and the big discounts are back.
Warlick.
Sure, some dealers are still
He's gonna be at the
charging
Hard
over
Rock?
fee,
Okay,
but
good to
Steve
know.
Herb thousands off list.
When is he gonna be at the Hard Rock? I want to see if I can get tickets.
Hey, it's Galvin. Does your knee pain keep getting worse? How about that
Do you have a
pain in
pen?
your
My
shoulder,
pen
or
just went
hip, or
out.
back? Take my advice now and call QC
Oh,
Kinetics.
yeah.
QC Kinetics
Yeah, you got pens all over the place.
with all
Yeah, well, because I put them all over.
medicine.
Gonna be a
Thank you very
show
much.
ready for the
Every
truth.
week
Yeah,
I
I
come
want to
to
go.
no
Lathan
pens.
Warlick.
I'm like, do they eat them? Like, I don't know what they do, but yeah, that's.
I'm gonna
why
look 'em
I
up.
just- every week.
I love Christian rap so
Right.
much. I don't listen to regular rap at all anymore. None of that
Oh, that's
worldly
why he fell asleep.
caca.
Pull it out.
Not for me.
He got pulled off of the-
And I used to be obsessed with like Lil Baby and
Inside.
all those people, and I've found almost identical Christian rappers that sound just like the rappers I used to listen to. I found a rapper that sounds like Lil Baby. I found a hip hop artist that sounds like Chris Brown. I've been able to substitute all of them, so it's awesome.
That's
In
awesome.
Jesus' name, baby, in Jesus' name. September 3rd. I want to try to go meet and greet. Oh, I want to go. Oh, I'm not going to be here September 3rd. I'm going to be in
I know
Nashville.
you'll be in Nashville.
You're going to Tennessee too. right?
Yep. I'll be
Yeah,
going.
we're going to Nashville at the same exact time, and we didn't even plan it. We're going for two different things, but
Yeah.
we'll be in town for almost the same days.
Yep. Well, you got September 1st through 5th.
Yeah, I'll be there for the 1st through 5th.
You gotta at least like kind of cross paths. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta-
I mean, why
I'm
not?
excited. I'm excited for Nashville. I'm going to a
Me too.
deliverance conference.
Nice.
I'm excited to be on TV.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
I mean, but they did instruct me to put a paper bag on my head. I was like,
Shut up.
Come on, Isaiah. Come on.
I was like, damn it. I knew.
This guy, bummer. We need to share some of our artist list. All right, grab a pen and a pencil. I got you right now. All right, you need to look up Hulvey, Hulvey. He's amazing. Mike Breezy, amazing. Sounds just like Chris Brown and Lil Baby, kind of. God-fearing, all one word, Godfearen. God-fearing's amazing. Who else? Big Breeze, all one word. He's amazing. Caleb Gordon, phenomenal. The list goes on and on. I have so many Christian rap artists that I'm obsessing with right now. Let's see. Let me go through my list right now.
When you Angie that.
Oh, nice.
Of course, I use Mr. Clean Magic.
Yeah, 45 seconds.
My stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture.
Tay Collier is really good. Taycolle or Collier.
Of the show,
He's
I begin
amazing.
putting that clap
Tori Deshawn is really good.
at
Who
the
was the
end.
first one? God-fearing.
So that she knows
Hulvey,
that we're-
Hulvey.
And then
Look
you
up the
end up
song
with that.
"Where'd the Love Go." Where the Love Go by Hulvey. Phenomenal. Check him out. He's really good.
Get ready.
KB is really good. KB, look up the song King Jesus. Phenomenal. Oh, okay. I'll DM it to you. Don't worry, I got you. What song are we playing?
Big Breeze. And I'll do just like I did the other one. Pump it up.
Pump it up. Pump it
Now
up.
back to the moment of truth with Ruth on 102.5 The Bone.
They want me to stop, but I had to finger and get in my pocket. I was 4 pockets full, the devil wants more, he put out his socket. I made a deal with Big God and I told him to go ahead and run it. Like, ain't no way I can go back to trap and I say I'm gonna make too much money. No way. Hop in it, rev the engine. I'm back to Genesis, this the beginning. He won't teach it, I'll bring him attention. Switch it up like I didn't come out the kitchen. They love me when I was in bed and I mean, I'm sustainable. No, I didn't come from the hostel, was starving. I really just came from the God. I can't go back and forth, I be heaven.
Hey! I got Isaiah jamming in here in the studio. He loves the music that I be bringing to the show. So many great artists, Christian rappers, wholesome music that you could really listen to with kids around, not have to worry about any of the nonsense. That's what I've been on lately. So welcome back to the Moment of Truth with your girl Ruth for Truth Media on 102.5 The Bone. So happy to be with you here on a lovely Sunday morning. I know it's been hot. Isaiah, how have you been dealing with the heat specifically?
By not going outside. Luckily, all of my jobs, it's inside. However, you do need to get some type of exercise. So
Yeah.
One of the buildings, I just keep walking around the building, and it's a long
Getting your
journey
steps
going
in.
from one side to the other.
Getting your steps in.
You have to, you got to keep fit.
It's been like unusually hot. Like I know August is probably one of the worst months of the year in Florida, but the heat index and the humidity has just been on a whole nother level, like literally on fire. Like, especially if you're standing in the sun at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which I will be doing at BUCS training camp today for Women in Red. I'm hoping that we're going to be on the inside facility, but I have a feeling we won't be. So it's okay. I wear lots of sunblock and I stay hydrated, and I try to keep my face covered as much as possible because I have that injury that I'm still healing from my nose, and my doctor was like, you got to stay out of the sun, and I'm like, how am I supposed to do that living in Florida?
And with what you be outside for the soccer game, the
Rowdies game. I totally understand. I understand why they don't have a lot of media covering the Rowdies, even though they should, because the team is they're deserving of that. They're a really good soccer team. Soccer, whatever. But their media press box is outside. Ooh. So I'm so glad that someone gave me the heads up. So I wore shorts, like professional shorts, like nice black shorts, and a polo, like short sleeve polo. I'm so glad that I didn't wear a blazer or, get all snazzy like I do for the BUCS game.
You'd be a puppet.
But I would really appreciate if you guys gave me a follow on social media, because I'm pretty active on there. I've been gaining a lot of followers with all the content that I've been posting for the BUCS and the Rowdies. So please check me out on Instagram, Ruth the Truth with a number 1 at the end. Give me a follow and I will give you a follow back. Whatever accounts follow me in the next 15 minutes, I'm hitting that smash button or hitting that follow button no matter what. If you guys are on Facebook as well, I'm doing a live stream on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Check me out. The Moment of Truth with Ruth on social media. And I just launched my website. Go check that out as well. truthsmedia.com. So truths-media.com. Check out all the content that I have on there. Isaiah, we got to talk about the movies that we saw this week.
Yes.
I went to go see Sound of Freedom. And it was a film that everybody's been talking about, and I went to go see it, and it was a great film. It was one of those films that just definitely tugged on your heartstrings because it's reality. It's based off of a true story. But it's really sad. God's children are not for sale. I want to do more. I want to do something to help. I want to donate to an organization. But to be honest with you, I want to be one of those people that actually go into the field and hunt these child molesters down. Mm-hmm. That would be a dream of mine, just to be a bounty hunter for people that are, let's get into it. I say we team up and we start our own little crime fighting organization. What do you think?
One of my friends actually does that. He goes all across the nation just snagging everyone.
Where can I apply for this job? Because I think I'm built for this.
Well, unfortunately, he does just donation only.
Gotcha.
However, it brings some happiness. He can catch as many as he can catch.
Oh my gosh, yeah. These people that they need Jesus. Honestly, they need Jesus. They need help. They need therapy. Because it's just not fair what these young children are going through, and it's happening all over the world, and it's happening pretty much right under our noses. I know that Tampa has been on the map for sex trafficking as well. So just be careful out there. Be careful with your children, and just women especially. Just don't be alone outside at night. It's very dangerous, especially if you're in not too great of areas. So stay away from e-board for sure.
And
so
one of the easiest ways that they grab the children is by going to the restroom. Unfortunately, they allow their kids to go unassisted to the bathroom, and they never see their child
so
again.
Wrong. So
wrong. It is so wrong.
Based off of a true story, go check out Sound of Freedom. All the ticket sales are going to help organizations that are out there hunting people that are hunting children. God's children are not for sale. We got a special guest in the studio today.
That we do.
Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself to everyone?
Well, my name is Eric. I've actually been doing traffic reports. You may recognize me if you listening right now. This beautiful Sunday morning, really sweltering but beautiful Sunday morning. You'll recognize my voice.
I recognize his voice. I do. I was like, I heard this guy from
Thank
somewhere.
You for, yeah,
thank you for all the traffic updates and
no worries.
So is the traffic increasing as it is in Orlando, as it is in Tampa? Because I feel like it's kind of getting worse by day. I don't know. Everybody's moving to Tampa and it's getting bad.
I-4 is the worst roadway to take.
Oh, I think it's like one of the top 10 in the country.
Yes.
Yeah, in the country.
Yes.
Stay off of I-4.
And not only that, they keep on promoting Tampa as the #1 spot.
Yeah, let's keep it a secret.
Yes.
From May of 2022 to present.
Yeah.
It seems like every day is worse.
Every day is worse.
On the roadways.
Yeah.
275.
275 is getting pretty bad. If it's not like 11 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon, like 275 is pretty jammed up. And with football season, it's just going to get worse on Sundays.
Oh,
so.
yeah, most definitely.
Isaiah, why did you go see Barbie? I want to know. Give me your explanation. Who did you go see it with? And what did you think of the film that I don't even want to talk about, but we'll give it some time. We'll give it some airtime.
So what happened is that I was looking, I was just looking at the news, and one article popped up that women are now leaving the men after watching this movie. I was like, why are women breaking up with the man because of this movie? I need to go see it. So I was bored a couple of days ago, and I was like, hey, Cody, you want to go watch a movie with me?
You went to go see it with Cody?
Yeah. So
oh my goodness.
We actually saw it together. And if you want to go see Cody, it's #CodySexyChocolate. But we watched it.
Inside joke, everyone.
And it was terrible because they portrayed men as morons, idiots. We know very little. We all like to do a beach off, apparently, which means like a fight, because all Ken knows is beach.
Yeah.
And it's just it flabbergasts me how it's just.
Yeah, honestly, I've been asked by multiple groups of my girlfriends who have asked me and begged me to go see Barbie with them, and I'm just like, I have no interest to go see that movie.
And I'm glad you don't.
I love Margot Robbie. She is an incredible actress. I love Ryan Gosling. He's also an incredible actor. I've been following his career for quite some time, but I just can't bring myself to go see this movie. And I never played with Barbies growing up. That wasn't me. Like I played sports. I played hide and seek, kickball. Like I did normal kid stuff. Yep. I didn't. Barbies just weren't my thing. Like never was, never will be. I don't really like the color pink at all.
I know you don't. I've never seen you wear pink.
You've never seen me wear, and you probably. Well, I think I own like one, and I wouldn't even say it's pink. It's more like a fuchsia color.
Yeah. So,
but I can't do pink. It's just it's too much.
They say #Kenergy. Like there's memes coming out. So #Kenergy just pretty much means, white toxic masculinity. You're dumb, you're stupid. Just really negative thoughts. I did not like the spin on it at all. So I watched it because I wanted to know why people would break up with a man, and I could see why they would want to break up.
Yeah, but why are you letting yourselves get manipulated by Hollywood?
It's media.
Propaganda.
It's media.
Yeah.
They want to, convince you otherwise.
Yeah.
Not the norms, unfortunately.
And this movie has been making like billions of dollars, $1 billion in box office.
Yeah.
And I've heard that
second highest.
Second highest?
It is, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So don't watch it just because there's a lot of stuff that
hoopla
gone on.
Right.
I did it just
go see Sound of Freedom instead, guys. Go see Sound of Freedom. It's a really good film based off a true story, and the ticket sales are actually going to organizations that are helping and making a difference in the world. Barbie is just a waste of brain cells, in my opinion.
I can completely see why you didn't watch it.
Yeah, I have zero interest. Like I said, didn't play with Barbies growing up. Don't really have. I would hope not. So I was gifted a Barbie when I was 7 years old, and I tore it to pieces and like ripped all the clothes off. And then it was bad. I was just like so angry. I was like, why would someone give me this? Like, I need like a football or a basketball or a softball. Like, give me something that I could actually go do stuff with. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing for kids to have an imagination,
Of
and I
course.
think it's healthy, obviously, but that's what my, make-believe friend was for.
Yep.
Like, I didn't need a Barbie for
There
that.
you go.
So
Yeah, for me, I didn't do G.I. Joes as a kid.
Neither
I
did
hated
I.
G.I. Joes.
I didn't even play with G.I. Joes
I
either.
hated cars. I
Really?
was very creative. Give me a camera.
Oh,
I
okay.
love cameras, video cameras. I was always in a, I wanted to be like a camera
Natural.
Yeah,
born
yeah.
filmmaker
There you
here.
go. There you go.
So here I am on the radio. So
Yeah.
I made it.
And you're gonna be on TV in a
Thanks,
couple
Mom.
weeks.
Yes,
Yeah.
I will. I'll be
Really,
on
really excited.
The Dave Ramsey show, September 5th. So that's gonna
September
be fun.
5th
And I'm
in
gonna be around
Nashville.
you too.
Yes, I'm headed to Nashville in a few weeks for a deliverance conference, and I'm super, super excited. I'll be at Global Vision Church from September 2nd to the 4th. It's a free event, so if you guys are out in the Nashville area, please go attend. It's going to be amazing. Lots of Jesus and Holy Spirit in the room. Thank you so
Amen.
much for joining me on the show. Eric, thank you so much for taking time
Thank you for
to
having me.
chat us up with keep us entertained here in the studio. I will see you guys next Sunday live at 11 o'clock. Make sure to follow me on Instagram, Root the Truth 1, and I'm also on Facebook and on YouTube, The Moment of Truth with Ruth. A lot of BUCS content coming your way, and I'm going to head to practice. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. This is The Moment of Truth.
You're listening to The Moment of
That was
Truth.
perfect.
Yeah,
Good job.
that was a good show. Crushed it.
Solid.
Yep. Even though I dumped myself because I didn't know what to say, I was
You
really
dumped
so
your-
flabbergasted that I didn't know what else to say.
You're
Wait,
funny.
what did you do?
Well,
Yeah,
I was
what did you dump?
I was like, I didn't want to sound that stupid. Go,
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh.
Yeah.
You guys are funny.
The, it's
Live
interesting,
stream was
though,
going crazy
Isaiah,
today.
you could've
Appreciate
done
you
a
guys.
double
Oh,
feature.
oh.
Barbenheimer. You could have watched Oppenheimer after saying.
Just
I
looking
wanted
at the
to watch,
comments before
Oppenheimer.
I end the
Oh,
live.
is it good?
Really?
Oh,
I was going to say it, but I
Thank
knew
you,
we were-
Matthew,
we were
for
short
tuning
on
in
time,
on
but
102.5.
you need to see that.
Hollywood
yeah,
loves it.
one of my friends saw it too.
Man,
He
I
said
agree
that
with
it
you.
is-
Hollywood
it's
is,
And
amazing.
it kind of defies your expectations.
demonic
Did you see it
and
digitally, or
satanic.
there's
It's
actually
not
a
good.
7mm one too.
I didn't see it there. I saw it in Dolby.
Appreciate
Cinema,
all the
which is really nice.
livers.
It's a really good setup. But yeah,
Nice.
70mm. You're right.
Isaiah, come say hi.
Hello.
This is Isaiah, everyone. Best board op in the biz. And we
Yeah.
got his backup over here.
Yeah,
we got Eric,
Yeah, backup
traffic
line, how are you?
traffic guy over here. If you guys recognize the voice, definitely have heard him on 102.5 before. Is that the only station you're on?
I do all 6.
All 6. That's amazing. All right, I gotta head to BUCS training camp. Then I'm going to a brunch with
All right,
some girls
so-
from church, and then
Well,
I'm going to
what I
church
do-
at the Heights
Yeah,
at 5
I let
p.m.
that run
You guys
plus
enjoy the
for
rest of
me.
your Sunday. Bye.
Yeah, that'll work.
So what I do now is I cut it up and
Stacey
just
watches it,
just
right.
yeah.
Yep.
She needs to cut it.
So
For the Rowdies guy, right?
Yeah.
yep.
Bye, everyone. Brady Smetty. What is the name of the intro you came back with? Group name as well. Which one? What 3 songs did we play today? I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
It was
Hold on 1 second. We got High Demand.
High Demand by Sinead.
DJ Michael Low Key.
DJ Michael Low Key.
Yeah, MYKAEL. And Big Grease 200 plus.
DJ Michael.
So yeah, so what I do is, and it's so easy to see what we did.
Low Key.
Because there's your second, there's the caller.
Yeah.
You're right. They kind of overmodulate the phones a little bit. Right?
Yep.
Which I understand because some people are really soft-served.
For the ones who work hard to ensure
So I try to cut it up as fast as I can for.
You need to
for-
cut it.
because, so copy to new,
Oh, is
Bam.
that okay?
Yep. then I delete my markers, and then save as, boom, program, yep, Root the Truth, make the folder 8/13/2023, and then Root the Truth shows seg 1 8/13/2023, and MP3, yep.
So it's not overly.
Oh yeah, it doesn't eat it up. So and then
You want a lossy format.
camera to help stop crimes in real time and for fast police response. Get 20% off any system with fast
There.
monitoring.
That's segment 2.
Oh,
Ooh, so where are you having brunch at?
Oxford Exchange off of Kennedy.
Off of Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruth and I, you know, when we hang out, we go to pretty nice places.
Some nice,
Yeah,
some
we've been to the
swanky
Pearl.
joints.
Yep. Like to the point that I need to dress up because she always overdresses and I underdress.
Yeah, but you're coming straight
You
for
don't dress
work.
in like a t-shirt and silky shorts or anything. I mean, come on. Get your guaranteed offer. There we go.
And then cut that. Yeah, see how easy it is for me that I like after you do this for so long, you know exactly kind of
Exactly where to go.
it in.
Right.
So makes it easy. So there you go.
Those are your markers.
We got it.
Very nice.
You know, and then I do a save as again. That's why I have it as full.
Yep.
We have the date, MP3,
Nice.
save it.
And yeah, and then you
And
had
then-
that one segment one for the.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then what I do afterwards is, so I use Gmail because it's the easiest.
So much easier.
And
Outlook, I think restricts you.
Oh, what's his address? Or do you have his email?
Yeah, I have it right now. It is JKNO.
Hold on. JKNO.
I'm sorry, JKNO WLESTWO@gmail.com.
Knowles,
Yeah.
Knowles too.
There it is.
Yep, there
Yep.
it is.
And then I say Root the Truth Seg 1 813.
Just put Rowdies out as
Yeah.
well.
And attachments.
There you go. Oh, time for cat name Mo.
Yep. I actually hosted the cat named Mo
Did
Rock
you really?
Talk. Yeah.
Nice.
But I did my own spin on it. I talked about what is your life song?
Oh, that's right. With
Yeah.
Brian. too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I go to that date. Oops.
Where the hell did it go? Oh, there. Oh, wait, that's August 6th. That was last week.
Yep.
Come on, 8/13. 8/13. There it is.
So
Nice. And then there's step 1.
there you go.
Oh, yeah, look at how
Yep.
quick. Nice.
Just like that.
Well
You
done.
know? And I'll tag you in it, Ruth, just because why not?
Okay.
At least you know that he got it.
Got it.
So, and then I do it again, Ruth.
For
And
the
then
full segment,
Rich, yeah,
And Richard. Right.
Richard Dene, yeah, because he wants that. Ruth the Truth, 8/13/2023, and attachments. Thanks.
Thanks, Isaiah.
Yep. And then I put it full. And it does
It takes
take
a
too
little
long,
bit longer,
you
but
know,
that's okay,
boom,
yeah.
You know, just
Full
like
hour
that.
for crying out loud, yeah.
Yep. And then
Nice.
when I send, allow anyone,
Send.
you're
You're
done.
good. That is so
And
good.
you've got it now.
Thank you.
Just like that.
Oh, I'm still on the
Phenomenal.
lives.
Do you have
Ha,
any
ha.
questions?
No, very good.
And do you have any questions for it?
No questions. It's been smooth, man.
Yeah, our show is fun. We don't take each other. We don't take it like too serious.
And honestly, I think that's the case with all the bone shows. I mean, maybe some of the brokerage shows are a little bit different. I don't know.